Happy Monday, stamping friends. This is Jenny from Celebrate the Journey, and it's Monday, time for a Facebook Live. I don't have anything on my desk here. That's kind of unusual, isn't it? Because usually my desk is covered with stuff. But we're going to make some fun cards today with just stamped paper ink. No die cutting, no fancy folds, just some fun, pretty cards. Now, you might not have realized that this Christmas stamp is carrying over. It's going to be in the new catalog, or it might just be online exclusives. I'm not real sure. But anyway, you can still order it. And the beautiful paper that went with it is returning also. But you know, these images here don't really have to be Christmas, so we're going to use this one today. Of course, all the sentiments kind of go with Christmas or winter, but the images I think can work for lots of different things. Let's see, got the closed captioning covering up my screen, so we'll fix that. Now, these are some just some fun little technique cards today. Now, I kind of lied. I said no die cutting, except I did die cut a little. So, not really. This is my die cutting. I remember I told you to always save those plastic sheets that your photopolymer stamps come on, and if you clean them up real good, you can use them for a window sheet card or a shaker card, but I like to use them to create my own stencils. So I did cut some squares off of two of the sheets, and so you could do squares, rectangles, circles. This technique works for all of them. So let's see. So we're going to start with just a piece of basic white. And I think it's a pretty normal size here, 4 by 5 1/4. And we're going to use some of our repositionable tape. We're going to hold this down to our surface. And for this one, we're using some kind of fun pastel colors. We're going to do 2 different cards today, kind of using the same technique. So the first color, I'm going to use one of the new colors, not this one, Pretty in Pink. I haven't put the names on these yet. I need to do that. And let's see, we're going to start with this shape here. I'm going to put it over to the side. You kind of want to make sure it's sort of straight. Doesn't necessarily have to be perfect, but this paper is sliding here. I need to. Okay, so we want our square to be right around there. And that looks fairly straight here and here. So I'll put some more tape there. I'll put some down here to hold it in place. And we'll take our blending brush, and we're just going to use blending brushes today. And ink this up and start off the edge a little You're going to do the corner areas first, and then kind of fill in on the sides. Leave the inside a little less color. It is a beautiful day today, so if you are out enjoying the weather, I can understand. We'll get out later this afternoon. So now we have a pretty in pink square. I don't think I need this anymore, so put that to the side. Isn't that pretty? Ooh, got ink there. I'm not going to worry about it right now. We'll see if we can get it off. Actually, we'll get it off right now. I should have noticed that my acetate was not covering the card. These sanding blocks are perfect for a light ink mistake. They don't work real good for something dark, but this one's there. It's disappeared. Okay, now we're going to put a smaller square. This would be interesting to do some circles and some squares, maybe. I can't go by my acetate being straight because, of course, when I die cut these, the dies slipped. So I'm having to use my eyes. There. That looks pretty good. Hold this one down. And then this time we're going to use Coastal Cabana. That's pretty together, isn't it? These are kind of beach colors, maybe. Yeah. When you layer the colors, then you get the pink and green mixed together, but it's still pretty. Well, I guess this is teal, maybe. And then our last color is going to be Lemon Lolly. Let's hope this, yeah, that looks pretty straight there. Look, I am making a mess today, aren't I? We'll get that off in a minute. You'd think I'd learned my lesson. Apparently not. If you don't have one of these, they're called sand erasers. Well, I think you can get 5 for a couple dollars on Amazon, or 4. It's been a while since I bought any. Now we're going to use the smaller circle and add yellow, the Lemon Lolly. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about making a mess on this one because the acetate goes right to the edge, over the edge. That doesn't mean I won't make a mess, though. I think that looks okay. Now, I don't know, for some reason I used mostly all the small blending brushes for this, but I'm sure the large would work fine. It's just what I grabbed off of the shelf. That pretty where the yellow and Coastal Cabana kind of makes that green color. Okay. Now for using these, if you want to switch colors, just run these under the sink and rinse the ink off of them, and you can use them over and over again with all different kinds of colors. That's just pretty the way it is, isn't it? Hi, Sandy. Thanks for popping in today. Okay, the sentiment we're using is actually from a new set. No, it's not from, I'm just using this from the Adoring Hearts that says Just For You. It's a thinking of you card. It could be for your birthday if you wanted to put happy birthday inside. But since it's photopolymer, we're going to need the matte. But I want to do our flower first, and this is from that Christmas set, Meandering Meadows, Magical Meadow. So we will do our stamping first. Tried all kinds of colors with this and decided Flirty Flamingo looked the best. Not that I've ever seen a plant this color, but maybe a croton could kind of be this color. Now, any flowery brand stamp you have would work here. Anything that's maybe a nice bold line drawing would work there. Just all kinds of choices you have. Then we're going to use Coastal Cabana for our sentiment. It says Just For You. That'll fix that mess up there, I hope. Yep. There we go. We're ready to put our pretty simple card together. So I'm going to layer it on Lemon Lolly. Could use any color, but I went with the lemon. These are such quick, easy cards if you don't make messes. And then we'll just layer it on a thick basic white. I pulled this new ribbon called Summer Splash. I think it goes just beautifully with this Coastal Cabana. So we're going to make a bow. This is cotton. Well, it's not cotton. I said that last time. I'm sure it's polyester or something, but it ties like cotton and it feels soft like cotton. It is super, super soft. And I don't usually like thick ribbons, but this one, it's not real thick, but it also just ties so nicely, it's not really going to be a problem. And I think we can put this away. Put a little bow there. Put 2 glue dots just to be safe to hold that down. Picked them both up. Not pretty. And then our colorful sequins, I think, will just work just fine here. And we'll put just a couple scattered around on our card. It brings out some of the yellow. So that was pretty quick and easy, wasn't it? Now, if you didn't make that mess that I made, it would be even quicker. Now, the next one is the same kind of technique with blending and stamps paper ink, but it's a little different. So let's get started on that one. I'm going to put all this tape over to the side. We'll get some more for this card. I reuse this as much as possible. It's not that expensive, but I just like to recycle when I can. We're going to change color families. This time we're just going to go with Balmy Blue and Lost Lagoon. Just thought they went well together for this card, and we'll see. So this is the same. I believe it's 4 by 5 1/4. And we are going to tape this down. Now here, I want this top and bottom to be close as the same distance, you know, to the edge of the card. And you can see it once you get your tape on there. But now we're going to take some fresh tape. We're going to tape you know what, I'm going to move this so that it's on a number, not a half. Because I want to tape it at 1 inch in. And of course I didn't pull enough. So we're going to make a 2-inch rectangle here. Well, I guess, yeah, it'll be 2 because this was 4, wasn't it? There we go. You know, the problem when you're using acetate, it's clear. And now I don't see it on my desk. So let's see if I can find it. Here it is. Isn't that crazy? So this time I took one and I just drew on a piece of scrap paper some curves, and then I cut both sides. So they're a little different. Each one, both sides are a little bit different. And if you don't have a wide piece of acetate, just cut two with different curves. And we're going to make some curvy patterns on here. We're going to start with balmy blue. Let's see where my brush is. And we're going to start at the bottom. You just can make your curve go any way you want. You want the darker part where the acetate is. Now you're going to move up. You'll just kind of, you got all this curve to work with, so we can do that. And we'll keep going just on the acetate side. You can come down, but you want a lot of the white space to show. Now we'll do I think we'll probably turn this one. Each one of these you do will come out different. I think that's even makes them more unique. Now let's see what we can here. You end up with ink all over your hands, so we'll have to make sure before we touch anything to clean our hands off. Isn't that pretty? They kind of look like mountains, don't they? You have to push. I suppose you could tape this acetate down and pull it up each time, but holding it in place seems to be working. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, Sandy. Let's see if I can, well, I'm moved up closer to the top now, but we'll see if you can see what's going on. Thanks for telling me. Let's see if I can move it up a little bit. There, that's a little better. I was so busy coloring, I didn't look at the camera. All right, let's do one more. Right out there. This one with these softer colors could almost be a sympathy card. Now we're just going to lightly go over where the white is and kind of just blend it in a little bit. Yay, now you can see it. You've got some blue mountains here. Now we can save this if we want to do another one and just put it in a safe place. I just tape it on the edge of my desk and out of sight. Now you've got your focal point of your card. Now I'm using a sentiment from the new Thoughtful Wishes. It says, thinking of you fondly. And we're going to put that towards the bottom. I'm going to get a piece of scrap to make sure I can do this straight. It does look like ocean swells, and if we had a beach stamp with some little birds or seashells, that would work just perfect, wouldn't it? Oh, let's see. I think we can do that. And now we're going to use the Magical Meadow flower leaf in Lost Lagoon. And I kind of want it to come off out of the frame, so that ought to do it. Oh, that would just be a beautiful sympathy card, wouldn't it? Might have to make another one. Okay, we will mount this on Lost Lagoon. And put that on a thick basic white. I know you know some of the papers would be going up in price, so I bought a bunch of thick basic white while it was still the cheaper price. So you might want to, if there's any cardstock that you're wanting to refill, go ahead and do that before the 1st of May. Okay, we're going to put just a baker's twine bow on here. I think this is some really thin baker's twine that came from a paper pumpkin kit. So I can put more than, no, I think I'll make it smaller. Couple wraps around because it's so thin. Oh, my fingers aren't working today. There we go. The next paper pumpkin is going to be masculine cards. That's exciting because we never have enough masculine cards. We don't know what they're going to look like, but they did give us a hint. Before we put this on, I think we can put one of those branches on the inside of our card. Dress it up a little bit. Okay, let's see, we need our glue dots again. Do you see them on my desk? Oh, here they are. See, by now my desk is a mess. But if you're not making a mess, you're not having a good time. Isn't that pretty? Just sweet, soft and sweet. Now I pulled iridescent pearls or pastel gems. It's hard to decide here. I was going to put them just in here. I'm kind of thinking the pearls, but no, this is pretty. Let's do that. It's just the same Lost Lagoon kind of shade. That's a different place to put your gems. So that worked out nicely. So there's our two cards. Use your acetate sheets from your photopolymer stamp sets. Put them to good use by making some stencils that you can, that's the same stamp, but a totally different look. And then I played around with another color family. This is Highland Heather and Blackberry Bliss. And I thought that came out pretty too. This is one of the new stamps, the Wonderful Wishes. So, which one do you like best? I like them all. I love this one. I'm going to make these into some sympathy cards. Surely we have a nice sympathy sentiment that'll fit right there. Well, thanks for joining me today, and I will be back with you soon. Hi, Cherie. Late is fine. Don't worry about it. You can watch the replay. So there you have it. You can do that. So thanks for joining me today, and I will be back next week. Bye.